About to hit the
What's up?
road.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Those are the shape of glasses my dad always liked, the teardrop ones.
Yeah. See, my brother got these, but I pretty much stole these from him because I like them.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Peach tea.
Nice, nice. Hey. Hello. Hi.
Carter, take those sunglasses off.
For the last time, no.
How's the week been so far?
Meh.
Yeah. Sorry, the heater's making a lot of noise today. But at least it's working.
I was wondering what that was.
Gremlins. One of your SCPs, maybe.
It's possible.
Just can't look. Hello, everybody. Recognize that music? I'll have to take it later. That's my ringtone.
Got to do the pool one.
What's that?
Got to do the pool music.
Oh, yeah, it's all pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Collar's sticking out. Okay, we got most people. Missing 5. Or hello? Hmm. 3 more people? Or 2, maybe? Okay, nice. Getting there. Oh. I don't get this. Two more people waiting on. One more. All right, well, hopefully he joins us. I don't know where Nolan is. What's that? Okay. How's everybody? How's this week gone? You guys holding up? No? Stressful? Or okay? Well, you've got a long weekend. We got Monday off, right? You've got half day Wednesday. So there's really only 3.5 days of remote learning left if everybody's sort of in the clear. Hopefully we'll know by before the end of next week. Logan, are you there? Logan? He has a little ghost by him that says missing in action. I don't know what that means. Okay. So today's kind of an easy day, I think. I don't have much to instruct you on yet. You just got to sort of like build some stuff up. So we're going to do, you can kind of do whatever you want. I kind of don't mind what you choose to write, but you're going to write like a little booklet. It'll be a small booklet. So it's going to be kind of like a half sheet of paper. So like you take a piece of paper and you fold it this way and your book kind of opens like that. And so you'll sort of like turn through the pages. It'll be like a small little book. Does that make sense? Okay. The requirements are, so they don't have to be long pages because they're kind of they're small. Each page is smaller than like this kind of a page. So and there's going to be margins because if we staple this, you're not going to be able to, like if we staple here, you're not going to be able to open it. Like you're not going to be able to see into the cracks. So you got to leave some margin there. So they're not. You don't need a lot to fill a page. And it's fine to have some pictures to fill some of that space. But I do want quite a few pages. So they're not huge pages, but like the pages are kind of short. But I do want plenty of pages. What we're going to be doing is making a little booklet. It's going to have a cover page with a picture, I assume. So I'll give you an idea. I mean, this is I can't really see myself. Can't see what I'm showing you. This is a textbook for liberal arts math, that SOC that we use. So when you open the book, it's got a page sort of that says what the book is and who the authors are. So there's sort of like a little authors page. You can worry about that later. And then there'll be one page probably that's a table of contents. It might be 2 pages depending on how much you write. And this book has a lot of table of contents. But you'll notice that the authors page, these page numbers are in Roman numerals. This page doesn't have any page number. The next page that has publisher information, you probably won't have that. It also has no page number. But the table of contents starts on page 3 with little Roman numerals. I don't know if you can see that. It's like 3 little I's. So that's how those pages are numbered. And then you get to a kind of a, let's see, let me get through all this. Went too far. Well, this is actually kind of good. I should use this more. Then you get to like a page that says, you know, chapter 1. I think it says chapter 1 somewhere. Oh, it's just got a big 1 up in the corner here. And then it says the title of the chapter. And then it starts giving the text, and it's got some pictures, and that's fine. And as you go through it, one thing I want you to notice is that up at the top here, at the top of the page, it says the chapter and what the chapter is titled. And over here, it says which section it is, section 1.1, and the title of the section. So, and as I go through the book, it has page numbers up there, but it kind of tells me where I'm at in the book. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that, how to make a little booklet, and how to have running headers, they're called, up at the top, which as you go through it, it tells you where you're at, what chapter you're in, and what the title of that chapter is. I will show you how to do that when we could probably come off of remote learning. What I want you to do now, though, is to create a small chapter book. It can be a story with chapters, like a short story. It can be a how-to manual. Somebody has done how to braid hair, and then each chapter is a different braid style, and they show you all the techniques, you know, how do you fold, you know, what are all the steps. A how-to manual will be perfect. It could be rules of certain games. So, you know, one game could be the rules of basketball, the rules of football. These could be your chapters. It could be about video games that you like, or types of games. I really don't care what the book is. But I want it to have at least 3 chapters, and each of those chapters should have multiple pages. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, more than, you know, 5 pages, and that can include pictures. So like if you did how to braid hair, each page could have 1 step. So like, you know, fold this, and then have it with words, a description. And the next page could say, now, you know, pull these this way, and then some words with a description. But I want there to be multiple pages so that we can have a running header at the top. We're going to have page numbers. We're going to have a table of contents and a cover page. And we're going to print it as a little booklet. I'm not sure that we'll actually print it. We probably will. We might have to print it in black and white. But we're going to learn how to make little booklets. Little instruction manuals. They could be how-to manuals. It could be a story. If you want to write a little story, if you like fan fiction or flash fiction, short fiction, that'd be fine too. It could even be I don't know about a comic book. It's got to have chapters, you know, like, and the chapters have to have titles. And each chapter needs to be multiple pages. But remember, your book will look like this. So they're going to be short pages. It doesn't have to be anything super awesome or super in particular. But we're going to learn how to use Microsoft Word. So we got to sort of wait for you to come back before you can finish it. But I want you to start working on the content, you know, what's going to go in the book. So if you can look for pictures, you can look for the text, come up with the text. You can write it yourself. You can find it online. Some people did how to tie different types of knots. That's not a bad one. Whatever you want. If you found it on the internet, I would type it myself. So like instead of copying and pasting it, otherwise you have all these weird font issues. So I would just type it out rather than copy and paste. but you can find the content on the internet. But for today, I don't have to instruct you on a lot, really. I just want you guys to think of a topic, or there could be 3 related topics or something. And each chapter, you need 3 chapters, or 3 things of how to do this, how to do that, how to do that. It could be a cooking manual, but it needs to take multiple pages for each chapter. And I want at least 3 chapters. Does that make sense so far, what I'm saying? Okay. So this is just how to format a booklet. All I need you to do right now, yeah, what do you need, Carter?
Is there a cap on how long you want those chapters to be?
No, you can make it as long as you want.
Okay, cool.
I just needed to be multiple pages so that having a running header, like it's not just chapter 1, my cat, chapter 2, like the next page is a different chapter. I need multiple pages per chapter. But it doesn't have to be super long. It can be super long. You can make it as long as you want. That'd be great. Just as much as you want to put into it. And there's more of a minimum. There's not really a cap. And I will show you how to do these things when you get back. So I'll just give you a quick example. Let me present my screen really quick. So if I were you, I would just go to docs.google.com, make a blank one. And I would just say, I'd put the title of your book, like, I don't know. One person did How to Be a Good Student. You could do like how to cook Italian food by Ryan Sittal. Okay, so there's my title, and there's my subtitle. Is that how you spell that? I don't even know. That sounds more French, I guess, isn't it? Then you could have the author, and then you could do chapter 1, spaghetti, and then just start, start filling it in, throw in some pictures, just whatever. Get your content down. Then you'll do chapter 2. What do I like? I like chicken parmesan. That's one of my favorites. Blah, blah, blah. And then chapter 3. What's another one? I don't know. Pizza. And then blah, blah, blah. And that's really it. You don't have to do any special formatting. Don't worry about, sorry, the heater's really loud today. It's like, but just figure out your title, maybe a subtitle, maybe get a picture for the title page. You can just, go to, online. I'm just grabbing a random picture. This is for a video game. Has nothing to do with Italian food. But you can just copy it and paste it in. Maybe shrink it down. Always shrink from the corner. And then maybe each chapter could have a picture. You know, if you go get spaghetti. Oops. There we go. Copy that. Throw it in there. That looks yummy. Shrink it down. And you know, we'll worry about formatting it later, okay? So right now, just worry about your content most of all the text, all the pictures that you want in it. And then once you get that ready, we're gonna transfer this to Microsoft Word once you're in the lab again. And I'm gonna teach you how to automatically insert a table of content, so you don't have to write that yourself. Once you're finished getting the book done, you can just, there's literally a button that you press that says Insert Table of Content, and it will make your table of content with all the page numbers for each chapter. And then we can insert a title page, and then we can start formatting this stuff to make it look good, all the text and stuff. But I wouldn't worry about formatting the text or making a table of content just yet. I will show you how to add page numbers and all that stuff later, okay? So just worry about figuring out what you want to do and start writing it. And I would get some pictures. Does that make sense? Does that seem doable? Easy, hopefully? You guys got ideas or need to think? So it's up to you, whatever you write. It could be a story, like a short story, like chapter 1, the beginning, chapter 2, the problem, chapter 3, the resolution, you know, like, you know, or maybe even chapter 4, happily ever after. You could do a story. You could do a bunch of how-tos, like cooking. You know, anything like that, that'd be fine. I want 3 sections, 3 chapters, multiple pages per chapter so that we can have the running headers. It has to be kind of a bit of information per thing, but it doesn't have to be a ton because these are small pages. And adding pictures in is fine, you know. Just have enough words, you know, it shouldn't all be pictures. People should be able to read something, but it can have pictures to take up some space. Is that okay? All right. Any questions or any concerns or? Anybody got any ideas already? Anybody know what they want to do? Do you think you could have this done by next class? Or could you have like at least a chapter done by next class? Okay. Well, I don't have to really hold you. It's really now just up to you to kind of brainstorm, figure out what you want to do and start researching it. I would use this time to get, you know, you've got about half an hour left in this class. You don't have to stay on with me while you look. I would use that half hour to get something done so that you can enjoy your long weekend. I would at least try to get a chapter done and then have a good weekend. That's all I need from you. Sound good? And then I'll give you a little more time next class to wrap it up. But then we won't come back to it until the week after when you can come back and we can work in Microsoft Word because it's easier to make a little booklet when you're here with me in the lab. But I just need you to get the content ready. Okay? Are you sure nobody has any questions yet? All right, well, I'll let you guys get to it. Like I said, I would spend that last half an hour. Like I don't really have a lot to instruct you on, but I'd spend this time getting something down, brainstorming, figuring out what you're going to do, and making those decisions, and then getting started, and then you're free. Okay. All right. You guys have a good weekend.
Colin, I desperately need your help.
The answer is no. I'm too busy. What do you
How
need?
many SCPs are in our breach?
You could write about the SCPs.
Hold on.
That's what I'm doing.
Nice.
It's Mask, Able,
You're going to have
Writing
like
7.
200 chapters.
I'm not going to have 200 chapters.
There's about 6,000.
I'm going to have...
Let's see. Math.
No,
able,
like in our
growth.
breach. In our breach.
I'm gonna form my own country.
You could do country. Yeah.
Because I'm going to have...
You could be like
I
my
think I'm going to
country,
do...
and then you could have your flag and talk all about what the meaning of your flag is. You could have, like, those are great ideas.
I think I'm going to do 4 chapters. I think it's going to be introduction, the factions, like
You guys are going to have good
maps, guns, and then the SCPs themselves. I need to figure out how many there are, though, because it's Mask, 610, Able, 49, 96, 106, 966, 280. I lost count. Hang on, give me a second.
Those are good ideas. You're going to make up a country, Colin?
Yes.
Is it going to be a communist country?
Of course
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna make my own country. It's gonna be a guide on how to create your own country.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
And I'm creating my own language for it.
Oh, that's pretty good. How about economics and your currency? Like, what's the money going to be? Is there going to be any money?
I don't know. Money. You can use. There have been plenty of examples for money over the years. My favorite is these giant limestones. It's over in like the Pacific Islands. This island nation just used giant limestone wheels to use it as currency. And once you brought them there, they won't be moved. You just have to trust that person that they own it. And the thing is, on the island, there's no naturally occurring limestone, so they have to go offshore and mine it.
Ah, so it's a scarce resource.
Yeah, but and the way there's one story. There's one story.
173 is coming back in the revamp.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's one story that these people were getting another limestone thing, but it got knocked off during a storm, and the people survived, and they told them the story, and they thought, it still works. So somebody to this day owns that limestone. It's very interesting.
It's
I mean,
not
the
a very
basics
good
is
medium of
you got to
exchange.
figure out what type of government you want it to be, whether it'll be religious or not,
That's true.
and
That's
the
true.
languages.
All governments are kind
9 factions,
aren't they?
12 SCPs.
I mean, there's actual rules to form your country. The main rules is you have to have land, a permanent population, and be able to interact with existing nations, which is a little confusing. So you have to be acknowledged as a nation to be considered your own nation, but you're already a nation if you're interacting with other nations. And
People
this
kind of,
led to
yeah.
somewhat the tiniest country in the world, which is a real thing. The Principality of yeah. Sealand.
My friend sent money to Sealand to become like a noble of Sealand. He has a plaque.
You can become a lord or a baron for $50.
I think he's a baron.
They use British pounds.
You're late, Nolan.
Yeah, no, my Wi-Fi's been on and off since like it snowed.
All right. I let people go already, but I can explain the assignment to you.
All right.
All right. Can you see me?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to make a little booklet. Okay. It's going to be like a folded booklet, and you're going to turn the pages. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to have like some special features. It's going to have like a cover page. It's going to have a page about like the author. It's going to have a table of contents that tells all the chapters. And then all I need from you, now they're small pages, so you don't have to worry about having to fill up the whole page. Like a page is more like half a page, like, in fact, it's less than half a page. It's more like a third of a page. And you can have pictures, so don't worry about that. But I want some text. I want there to be 3 chapters. I'll show you an example real quick. All you have to do right now, we will format it later, so don't worry about that. All I need you to do is start coming up with the content. But I just copied and pasted a picture. It doesn't go with this, but I was just copying and pasting a picture. You need like a title, how to cook Italian food, maybe a subtitle, your name, and then a picture for chapter 1. I'm going to teach you how to make, this is a how-to manual. So it'll talk about how to make spaghetti. And then you can go through pictures with all the steps and then just talk about how to make spaghetti, whatever you want to do.
So just any topic is fine.
Any topic. It could be a story. It could be a how-to manual, what are the rules of football? What are the rules of basketball? What are the rules of baseball? It doesn't matter. I don't care about that. All I care about is that you have 3 chapters in it. And so some people have done how to tie different tie knots.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have done how to braid hair, and they talk about different braiding methods.
All right.
And each chapter has to have a few of these pages, like maybe 3 to 5 pages at least, per chapter, and about three chapters. And then after that, I'll teach you how to add page numbers, how to add the table of contents. The table of contents is automatic. There's a button that you push once you're done, and it can make a table of contents for you. All I need you to do is come up with what's going to go in the book. Just the 3 chapters, the pictures, the words. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you got about half an hour left in the class period today. You don't have to stay on with me. Like, I don't have to instruct you.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to brainstorm and come up with what your topic's going to be. And then try to get at least 1 chapter done. And I'll give you some more time next class.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
Do you have any questions about that, or? Okay, I guess not. Have a nice weekend, Nolan.
Yep.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Did your Wi-Fi go out? I thought you just left.
No, I didn't. I thought you were done talking, but you said something, I think.
Yeah, I said, do you have any questions for me at this point?
Oh, no. Probably do something with Rocket League just because
But I would love to read
it'd be
that.
pretty easy.
Teach me how to do aerial and how to be a goalie. I would love that.
I could try.
All right. Otherwise, have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
All right. I just saw one of the tips in Rocket League of, like, they say, like, tap the boost button when you're in the air to, like, feather to, like, stay level at the same height. I was like, oh, that's how they do it. I didn't know that until.
Oh God, Colin, we're screwed. 682 is considered for a special game mode.
Logan just left.
Oh God.
682.
They're considering 682.
I really hope
No.
that's a containment breach. So
No, we don't want that in containment breach.
I do.
999's a possibility. 939's
Only
confirmed.
999 do, Carter.
He'd walk around giving people hugs.
I guess he could be like used as
And then
a
when he
shield.
escapes, he becomes the serpent's hand.
No.
I mean, that could be a thing.
Yeah, let's save it so he can't die, he can't escape, and he just heals people. Because I
Why
don't
do they
want
lock him up? They should put him in hospitals.
That's the thing, though. They're trying to,
Extract his.
like, they want to keep the SCPs out of the mainstream. They want people to not know that the anomalies exist because it would cause a nationwide panic. And as the SH, or the Serpent's Hand, showed, people will get all, I want to see them.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
see him.
That's why we got to be the Chad Serpent's Hand, Colin.
So you could. Are you doing all
Six
the?
tens-
Are you doing all of them in a group, or are you choosing like the most extreme or the rarest, or?
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like, so these are my titles. So my introduction, which is gonna include the map and the general gameplay. Then my
Nice.
second chapter is probably gonna be factions. Isn't there 9, Colin?
Let's see.
Class D, facility, security detail,
Let me stop.
MTF, UIU, GRU, United Nations Global Occult Coalition. Yeah, there's 9, I think.
That's a lot of chapters.
It's gonna be like very minimal explanation.
I want
So I'm not
2
gonna
pages per chapter.
yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so
the-
map, and then I'll
there's
do
9
game.
factions.
like
Or there's
basic.
9 in one of the factions.
There's 9 factions,
So you could just.
and they all have
You could
hostiles
say
and
factions and then
friendlies
have a
stuff.
description. You could have like sub chapters.
That's what I was gonna do.
You
That
can
was
just
what I was
use
gonna
the
do.
descriptions that they
'Cause I
give
have-
you, like their objectives, who's friendly.
I'm not gonna do that though, because that'd be plagiarizing straight from the game. I want to do something
Hey,
that's
hey.
like my.
Also, if you have you, there's the scene that's been popping up. It's like from The Lion King and from a Winnie the Pooh thing, where they just pretty much are straight up the
Wait, hang
exact same thing.
Oh no, there.
Also, DreamWorks also has a
Oh,
habit
there's
of
9 factions,
plagiarizing
including the
themselves, which I've learned it's not plagiarizing if you're plagiarizing yourself. Would that still like would
It's
that still
plagiarizing if I don't make this.
Depends on if maybe it might depend on if you sold the rights. You know, like
Do I want to go in specific detail of the gameplay of each person, or the gameplay like vague, like Class Ds and Foundation personnel want to escape, security detail want to help the. That'd be going into
you
the
could
factions.
you could do a chapter on like what those things mean, and then in each one you could not go into full.
like
detail.
explain it.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna do.
you could have like a
Like the,
like a key, like this means that, this like a kind of like a dictionary.
yeah, like R is or red is hostile, white is neutral, and F is friendly.
Yeah.
And Colin, the only faction without any neutrals is the SCPs. Class Cs have a lot. GOC has a lot.
You guys-
GRU has 3. I wouldn't
You
count
guys are
that as
probably putting more thought into yours than a lot of people will.
anybody else. I just like this stuff. I'm a nerd for this stuff.
That's cool.
Honestly, I'm a little bit more of a nerd than I should, but I love it.
Yeah.
There's just so
Okay.
much in the wiki, so much in the game. We're all nerds for something.
Yeah. Everybody's got their thing.
Oh, see, I could do like gameplay as in. So I've already described the map. I'm gonna describe like key cards, like key card locations, potential gun locations, in light containment, like potential SCP spawn in heavy containment. And see, that's what I'll do.
Sounds good. Sounds like you're going to need to
Plus
find
cap-
a way to
capital.
stop. You're going to go too far.
The limit is 10
I know.
Per chapter,
10 pages per
No,
chapter.
per book.
I could.
per book.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I have to describe every individual SCP, Colin. It's not gonna work.
Well, let's
You
see how much SCP there are.
Jeez.
Peter does not like today, man.
So let's see how many SCPs there are.
There's 12
There's
SCPs,
over 5,000
including the 2 that were
SCPs,
removed.
Carter.
When's the new season coming out, do you know?
Carter, there's over.
Come on, Heater.
Carter, there's over 5,000 SCPs, and you plan to fit that in a tiny little book.
I'm not doing all of them, Colin. I'm doing our breach. I want to get. Wait. I want to pull out like a map or something so you can see. CPR breach map. Ah, there we go. See, this works. Why does 610 matter?
So the things
Ooh,
in the
that guy just-
basics, I almost got my first check. What type of government, language, and religion is what I have so far?
For first chapter or all 3 chapters?
Oh god, what happened? There's no way for me to make this map, like... I have to make it smaller, but I won't be able to... I know, but I'm trying to make it big enough that you can read it.
Oh, you might need to find a different version.
Yeah. That's the revamp. It's not the one I want.
You were chopping up a little bit there.
Not the current. Oh 76-2. Oh, I could explain like point system too. That's something I need to do. So I don't think you get, Colin, you don't get points for killing neutrals, do you? It's even more of a reason you shouldn't do it.
Let's find out, Carter.
No,
Actually, would I get?
because there's a point system for, because you get a lot of points for killing 610. That's why starter 610s kill themselves, because it's impossible for the SCPs to win. Okay, a kill is 1 point. I think the killing an SCP is 5.
Well, let's find out, Carter.
I think killing an SCP is 5. Because that would explain why MTF get 18,000 kills when they, or points when 610's alive. The point system, that's 035. I don't want 035. Not yet, anyway. He's in the 3rd chapter. Okay, killing a hostile class is 1 point. Escaping as a D class is 10 points. Escaping as a facility personnel is 3 points. Escaping as an SCP will not earn points. Killing any SCP besides 0492 is 5 points. Okay, that makes sense. hostile faction. Thanks, truck.
How's your country coming along, Colin?
Pretty good. I decided for the example, I will make a monarchy with me as head of state. The languages will be Spanish, English, and that made-up language, and the country will be secular.
I see. What's your title?
The title? How to form a country, because...
No, your title.
Oh, my title? Oh,
He is so confused.
Carter, how do you expect to fit all of the SCPs in there?
I'm not doing every single one of them. I'm doing the 12 that are, or actually the 10 that are in Breach now. And I'll touch on 173 and 066 getting back in the game.
682 will be an amazing thing for containment breach.
Oh, God, no.
If you get it,
Basically, 682 is a giant indestructible lizard.
you can't die.
And if that happens, we're screwed.
True.
Because if you're MTF, you're dead. It's just bad.
There's an example that I found. I was looking it up one night, and one of the examples was there's this one rich guy from California who wanted to make his own libertarian state. So he basically found a random island in the Pacific and started importing sand from Australia there because most of the island for most of the year was underwater. So everything was going great for him when he was building his island nation until he sent out a letter to his new neighbors. And I forgot what nation. I think it was like Tuvalu. I think that's what it was. But the king of Tuvalu didn't have any of it, didn't want any part of it, and claimed that the island was his. So he sent armed forces to invade the island and send the millionaire where he was before.
I'm just going to say O2 because I'm lazy.
Man, you're really lazy. Your book's not going to turn out as good.
I severely doubt that. I'm going to put as much effort as I can into writing a book.
Don't go too crazy.
I won't go too crazy. I'll go to
Just a
the
little.
crazy that's like a little crazy. There's the gameplay done.
Nice.
So what else would be in the introduction? I have the map, the gameplay. Spawns. Dun 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 dun. Because the reinforcements have music, and there's 2 of them that are really good. They're just like, they're not anything based off of like going into war. They're more just vibey and like chill.
Nice.
I killed a neutral because they shot back.
Yeah, by the way,
So you
if you neutral kill, he shot first.
I did not shoot first. They
The
shot.
guy who,
well, you said I killed him because
yeah,
he
the
shot
guy-
back.
You know what I like to do? I like to, before I die, I like to close the door with a bunch of D-class in there, if I'm a security guard, and I like to tell them to line up against.
that's so funny.
It's like, okay, I'm not gonna hurt
That's
you. I just
'cause-
want you to line up against the wall.
It just shoots them all. Because there's an SCP that is used to upgrade your key cards to get into other parts of the facility. And that's where the SCPs and security detail
Yo, you gotta
instantly go
include
to, because
you gotta include 914.
I am. I'm gonna do 914 and then the playable SCPs, like 914 0 or 500 -D because it's a donut, and other things. I think I'll include those in items though, because I don't think they're really classified. I mean, they're SCPs, but they aren't classified as playable SCPs. Reinforcements. That's just gonna be like my title header. Next,
Do you have a name?
chapter dos.
Country? Colin?
I do not have a name for my country. No,
And you don't have a title for your position.
I'm the king of the country.
Oh, you're the king. Okay.
Yeah,
But it's secular? I thought you
Yeah.
said it was a
it was a monarchy.
monarchy. Secular monarchy.
You can still believe in whatever you want. There's just no main religion.
Oh, okay. So religious freedom.
Do I really want to go over items?
And the language
I won't have
chose,
much time because
Spanish,
I have.
English, and that made up one. So weird. You got that's Spanish?
Whoa!
What's
When did this song get
What's
on the
your money?
radio?
what's your currency?
I don't
Limestone?
know. Well,
We could mod a video game. There's like Civilization, and you can make mods and you can make your own civilizations. I used to do that. There was America, and I added Obama. He was president at the time.
oh,
I'm gonna vibe,
would-
Colin.
I would have so many people and got power, and it wouldn't even make sense. I'd put like Joseph Stalin as leader of Argentina, Barack Obama as leader of China, Joe Biden in Germany. It wouldn't make sense at that point. It would just be nuclear war. Also, I have a tendency to not be that good of a god. Because there's a game, it's World Box, where basically you're the god of that world. You can do what you want. And I usually have a strip of land or the country that basically, if someone steps on that land or if someone kills that nation, it's just the end of the world.
He just napalms everything.
I do napalm everything. It's efficient.
Okay,
You gotta
Nixon.
let them know that they made their mistake before you kill them.
Nixon. Each has alliances. Do I want to go into like the? Because you gotta. Because since you can hear the music for any faction that spawns as neutral,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. This is a book. It's not. Never mind. Because I was gonna do something where it's like you just. This is the Serpent's Hand theme song, or
But
something.
you can't because it's
You
on
can't
paper.
do that because it's a book. Because it's a book, yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna just stress: do not neutral kill. It's the most obnoxious thing ever.
Hold on, there's a video. I know where I know how to find it.
What are you doing? What video is it gonna be, Colin?
I should just declare myself independent.
Of what?
Just make my own country.
Yeah. Do you even
property
have
is now
anybody
my own
ruling
country.
you?
The U.S. doesn't control that anymore. Just draw that little square out of every map.
Where?
My house is my country now.
Oh,
That's about an acre of land.
not bad. Have you ever played Maps TD?
I have not.
It's like Google Maps, but you put in
Oh.
the address,
Oh,
and it's like a tower defense, and you have to
That'd
defend.
be really cool.
Yeah. Things come at you, and you gotta like build defenses.
Do 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 bow 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 bow.
that's like a small country. It
Colin,
is
should we invite him to the vibe train?
It's
about
bigger than
9 acres.
Sealand.
That is bigger than Sealand. I don't even think Sealand's an acre because it's just a defense thing.
Yeah, it's just a platform.
Class D.
Is your heater okay?
I don't think so.
Do the D class get released after their 3 months, or do they just get shot?
Basically, that the story goes is that you're on death row. Foundation comes up to you and says, "Hey, if you can do this for us, you're free to go." You do your month, and then you get shot. But I don't really think that would happen because D class are expensive. You don't just want to kill them off every month. You want to use the most out of
You're
them.
gonna, yeah. So that's
So-
why I thought there was some that had 3 months and some that had 1 month.
I think it's just
By
until
the way,
you
they
die.
don't usually last that month.
I
They
just
usually
think it's
don't
until you die.
last a month.
That's how long. Because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of people. Not a lot of people in death row. There's like 2,000 people at maximum at death row.
Death row inmates recruited by the Foundation to serve as test subjects.
No, it was the Tonga. Yeah, the king of Tonga said that he wanted the island back.
Chaos is spelt so weird.
It's Greek, I think.
Chaos insurgency. Colin, should we invite him to the vibe train? I take that as a no. It's extremely rude, Colin. Was that your heater?
No, I think it was the door to the outside in the stairwell. Just to,
Oh,
it slams.
I was confused.
Boom.
Boom. The
It was like
FBI,
exposed. Like
UNGOC. Wait. Oh, and
It has
Foundation
about
personnel.
121 acres, according to Wikipedia.
what does?
Vatican City.
I think Venice is a city-state, isn't it? And Genoa and
San Marino. Italy just likes to have city states in their state. They have Vatican City and San Marino.
technically the city of London is a
Yeah,
independent.
there's the city of London, and then there's London that was
Right.
built around the city of London.
And then there's the mayor of London.
So technically,
They're
there's
little-
Northern Ireland, Wales, England, London, the city of London, and Scotland. And
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Brexit?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
Good and bad. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
I don't think maximum Brexit's gonna happen though, because Scotland told England that if they leave the EU, they're leaving the UK to go back to
Yeah,
the.
that's true.
And there's another.
Yeah, I don't
problem.
know
If
exactly
there is
what that
maximum
is.
Brexit, they have to decide where the border is, and
Mhm.
if they go through Northern Ireland, that will be a big problem because it will be splitting Ireland in two, and they don't like
Yeah.
having they don't like having walls between Ireland. There will be a lot of bombs. Don't turn on your car.
That's the danger of it. Yeah.
Don't turn on your car tomorrow.
England
And-
has Gibraltar. You know, like, don't they have
Yeah.
like,
Gibraltar.
property in Spain?
I say they just give it back to Spain. Why do they need it?
Like one of the first things that happened with that was Britain put like a nuclear sub off the coast to like threaten Spain.
Mm.
So I mean, that's the danger of it, is that you could see wars in Europe again.
We don't want wars in Europe again because they
Yeah,
don't
but-
tend to end well. Well,
When that happens,
this time,
bad things happen.
two countries in Europe have nuclear bombs. Britain and France.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, a war at this time would just kill
Would not-
everyone. If
would
as soon
not-
as like it's just any two
would-
wars, any two countries that have nukes and there's a war, we're screwed.
if someone throws a nuke, it's not a matter about who's gonna win. It's who's gonna survive. Because
Yeah.
in a nuclear war, there's no winning.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think the governments are concerned about their people too much.
No, they're not. The doctrine of mad maybe will
I
keep
mean,
them
yeah.
mutually assured destruction.
Right. The I mean, India and China are already fighting.
India and Pakistan and China.
Yeah.
Those
they're kind of going downhill fast.
India and Pakistan were already at each other's throats, and China and India are now at each other's throats. Let's see, there's North Korea, then there's Russia, China, India, Pakistan, UK, France, US, and then Israel.
Yeah. It's Taiwan.
Taiwan has nukes?
No, but I mean, we claim to be willing to protect them.
That is true. Taiwan is a very complicated mess after the Civil War happened. Is it part of China? Is it not China? Huge
Not part
controversy.
of China. We'll
China
find out.
claims that it's
Let's
them.
find out, Kitty.
You know what I find weird? China claims that they own Taiwan, but blocks its citizens from traveling to Taiwan. So why would you block your own citizens from traveling from one part of China to another? China's just like
yeah.
that. China's that one person on Twitter who can't take any criticism and they just block everyone they don't like.
Yeah, unlike America.
Yeah.
America will
The
just
heck
call
did
you
you just say
stupid.
about me? You're an idiot.
And possibly overthrow your South American democracy. Then there's the deal of Hong Kong and Macau.
Yeah. It's a lot to worry about.
So should I go Foundation Personnel Security Detail MTF or Class D Foundation Personnel Security Detail Chaos Insurgents? Because there's a chance of chaos spawning in a full lobby.
It's up to you. I don't know.
You're a great help, Colin. You're the only one who knows what I'm talking about, and you're not even doing anything.
What are you doing, Colin?
I am trying to format this correctly, but it's not working.
You don't have to format it.
Yeah, I'll help you with that in the future. Because we're gonna make it into a
This
little
is-
book, so it's gonna look different anyway.
Oh.
This is literally my format right now. This is my format right now.
Fine, yeah.
Cool.
Ah, you're already going. Good.
Yeah.
I'm already on chapter 2.
I'm on chapter 2, man. All right, I'm doing MTF. Actually, I should go mobile task force.
Nice.
Cringe. MTF is cringe.
Alright.
Join the chat, Serpent's Hand. Hey, Colin, I have a very important question to ask you.
What?
Should we let Mr. Sotelo on the vibe train?
Sure. It's a good song.
Well, you gotta play it, because I have my headphones in. My dad's sleeping, and I don't want to wake him up.
Both of my parents are sleeping, Carter.
Well, that's a lie.
What is the what is this?
We're good. This is the best, in my opinion, the best faction theme song.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It gets better. Because it gets more loud.
Sure,
It builds up.
that's more interesting.
small, silent, chill, when it calms down for a second.
I'm on a weird
Step or something.
I'm on a.
And then drop.
Did you take the shades off? That looks good.
I like it.
Carter,
It's the best one in my opinion.
I just realized I'm in a weird community.
What community?
The Political Compass Memes community. It's where
Oh,
a cracker
God.
test from 2001 sparked a growing community of idiots who think they're political experts now. And they'll yell at you and call you mean words if you don't have a specific color.
That's
You big dumb.
that's
You don't have the same color as I do.
There's yellow, gray, blue, red, and green. Green typically gets bullied a lot.
It's like the amount of effort put into the music of the game, and you only get to hear it for like 15 seconds, but still, it's so good. It's just so good. I think it goes that, and then the FBI Spawn theme. Ow! That hurt my ears. Didn't realize I had the sound so loud. All right, Colin. How many more? How many MTF units are there? Epsilon 11, Nu 7.
58.
Not all of them in order. The ones in our breach.
Oh, then we have to worry about the Gaza Strip.
What?
Israel and Palestine. Who's in the right and who's in the wrong?
This guy says, "Are points gonna get removed in the revamp?" I hope so.
all right, guys.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready for getting out of here.
Well, see you later.
All right.
Yeah,
See ya.
maybe we'll play something this weekend. I don't know. I'll get a hold of you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll see.
Have a good weekend.
See ya.
you too.
You too.